What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips. Before we get into anything, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn to the notification button, turn it to all, and let's go, right? Buckle up, man. Shout out to Food and Felons, man. If you want to hit one of the bombest food review channels on YouTube, go hit up Food and Felons, man. Trap Island Records, go tap in right there too. Like and subscribe, and of course, go support the homeboy Dubs and the Dub S channel. You know what it is, man. All love is good love. That's right. It's just like all money is good money. Bang, bang. Now, in the Menudo style in direct fashion, you can see the thumbnail, man, so you know we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to tell you a couple stories about the assistance of a Sureño to a Norteño. Yeah, you heard it. Fill it up with unleaded. Halfway, because we ain't got much money. But do what she does, because it'll get you at least from here to Fresno. Now, trip out, when you think about assisting a fellow man incarcerated, you know, the first thing everyone says is, yeah, I got you. I got you, homie. No tripping. I got you. How many times have we heard the word, I got you? When you got a lot of homeboys on the calles and you guys are functioning, doing your thing, man. You're out there putting in work, doing pegadas on the streets. You're out there knocking hoes backwards. You're out there knocking tortas. I said it, Mr. Criminal. I said it first, right? When you're out there knocking tortas and you're doing what you does, you always got them, right? Hey, homie, I need a pisto. I got you. Hey, homie, my old lady, we're out of Kotex. I got you. You know what I mean? Hey, homie, is there any way that you can go give me a loaf of bread because sometimes, I got the peanut butter and the jelly, but I don't got the bread. I got you, right? And as soon as they get locked up, hey, homie, can you put some money on the books? I don't got you. You don't got them anymore, right? So as a man, when you're incarcerated, you have to do what you have to do to get by. And sometimes you need people's assistance in other things, not necessarily monetarily, not necessarily emotionally, but sometimes you need a righteous, hey, buenos dias, or you need a righteous, hey, what's happening, Holmes? Or you need a righteous motherfucker to do a movida, hey, here, can you hand this to the next door neighbor, or whoop-de-whoop. Well, I'm sitting in Susanville, California, right? Susanville, Lassen Yard, prison, 3-yard. And the cell I'm in was on the bottom. I think it was cell 1. Fuck, I don't even know. It was to the left-hand side. And I had the homeboys. 2 of the homeboys were on the side of me, and 2 Southsiders were on the other side of me, right? So I was the dick in the middle, on 2 balls, right? And I remember the homeboys that were to the left of me, we used to talk through our little vent. The vent was pointed their way. It was like little holes right by the sink. That's how it is in that prison. And we could shoot wheelas back and forth through the vent, and we could chop it up. So we could actually see them busting down. You could see their shadows. So we'd get at the homeboy, hey, you guys are about to do it. And we'd get down together, me and the homeboy and them 2. It was a homeboy from Salas and a homeboy from Sacra. Me and my celly from Sacra. And so we'd be busting down, getting ours. And we could always hear when the Southsiders next door were getting theirs too. So one day we're getting ours. Boom, we're busting down. We're bumping some fucking, I can't, I can't wait. Because we couldn't, right? We couldn't wait to get the fuck up out of there because we were on lockdown. Because we weren't conforming to Mac reps at the time. So anyways, we're busting down, getting our machinan. Sweaty, I'm tired, right? Sounds good, my back hurts, eh? Well, fuck you, push, pull, strive, right? Forever forward, it's what you got to do, or they're going to whack you. So anyways, I'm getting my money, and I hear boom, 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 boom. And I said, damn, are we being loud, eh? Because you try to be respectful, even though it's the linea, and there's a lot of people talking, and people getting their money. You got to be respectful to your vecino, right? You never want to be loud or disruptive to your neighbor because you don't know what type of day they're having. And you just want to keep it cool with your neighbors because that's when the doors crack. Those are the first people that can run up in your cell and handle their business, right? And us being real close to Sureños that were actually the ones on that compa. They were actually the ones in that building doing what they were doing, right? I mean, everybody knew. Target was written all over them, right? They were the ones. And they were both righteous dudes, right? So, boom, 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 boom. They bang. See, right? Like, what's happening? Because up until this point, it had kind of been just like a head nod. We had been in this building. They had just flipped the yard. We had been in this building less than a month. And already we were on lockdown. Everyone who was cleared was cleared. Who wasn't was going to get cleared when we got out of lockdown. But we were kind of like in that situation right there. So it had been a few months. Anyways, not a month. I'm firing it up. It had been a couple months. So anyways, this fool, boom, 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 boom. See, what's happening, Holmes? Like I said, the most I did was a head nod. He's like, hey, homie. You want to borrow a CD? Guard! Houston, we have a problem. I've never in my life had a Southsider who was considered the opposition or enemy, right? Offering me a luxury. I've had them in the whole offer me jabon, soap, toothpaste, shampoo. And I ain't gonna lie, homes, because I played them YA games back in the days, I was like, damn, I wonder if they want to dick this shit up. You know what I mean? Only those that were in YA know what that means. Man, I hope you didn't dick this shit up, because, man, I'm cool, right? Fuck. So this guy, I fucking don't even want to fucking brush my teeth. It smells like pipa. Right? So, look. Hey, homie, you want to borrow my CDs? Simon, right? What you got? He's like, look, watch out, I got the Jeezy, homes, the snowman. Shh. After that day, the floodgates were open. We were passing CDs back and forth. Davato was, hey, he was like, hey, Holmes, let me borrow the hybrid theory, right? So we're shooting back and forth. We had a great relationship being vecinos. That was the first time that I seen a Southsider ever take the initiative to reach out to a Norteño, homes, and bless them with something. Now, I know it wasn't much, but to me, that was an eye-opening experience, because up until that point, I always thought these vatos felt some type of way about us. But they were opening the doors. So I don't know if they were planning. Stupid ass, what this is, as soon as the doors open, we're going to rip this farmer's head off. I don't know if they were planning some shit. But at the end of the day, I was bumping the fuck out of her. See, I remember I scratched one. Vato said, hey, homie, it's a gun. See. Hey, was my fucking CD skipping when it was over there? Yeah, bro, it was all fucked up. Spencer la tira, Norte wins, right? So, it was a cold game, but I was like, nah, hey, bro, Spencer, Holmes, I dropped it when I was trying. He was like, nah, it's all good, homie, don't trip. So, these vatos used to come out every day because they weren't on lockdown. We were. Hey, vatos would go get us ice. Vatos would shoot us sopitas. Vatos would even shoot huilas back and forth. Not hot kites, because we can't do that, you know? But they would shoot little things, little notes from the homeboy. Hey, here's my CDC number. Tell your jefe I said Cubo, right? And there was just all kinds of shit going on. And that's the first time that they assisted, that I ever got assisted. Okay? There was plenty of other times. So, I'm doing time out of state, man. And where I was at, Norteños were on site. So we placed the Southerners on site. Like, fuck, if you're going to get us, we're going to get them. Now, of course, they had sheer numbers. We were very, very, very minimal in numbers, right? But it was what it was going to be, man. We weren't going to go out like that. Not the ragtag group we were. Fuck that, Holmes. You know, hey, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and we're going to get real linky up in this motherfucker. Let's handle it, right? We're going to snap into the Slim Jims type shit. You know, if you dig it, brother, right? So, there's a vato there in the Hoyo. I'm doing time in the Hoyo. He's very disrespectful. You know, it was Buster this and Buster that and Estrella and all that. And even though we didn't take it as a derogatory term, I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to get under my skin. He was busting my ears just because he could. It was me and one other homeboy, Tomas de Sacra. And I remember telling the homeboy, like, hey, you hear these vatos, right? And automatically I assumed, and I said vatos without vato, right? And the Southsider, old school, got at me. He was from Long Beach, Holmes. No, he was from Largo, and he's Largo. And he said, hey, Holmes. And he said, hey, that's not us. That's it. We don't get down like that. This is little, you know, he doesn't know what's up. Don't trip, right? Again, assistance from a Sureño to a Norteño. You know, just him being about the respect and getting at the vato and saying, hey, Holmes, we're going to keep it respectful. And he did. He checked them. Okay, so that was actually my very first time ever getting assistance, you know, but I didn't look at it that way, you know. So the next time it was a real big deal. You know, I'm on the streets and I have my primos. They're upstaters, right? Couple of them. And one of them, I think he bumped his head and he claimed Stockton and having never even lived there. But just because we have distant relatives that live there, my grandfather lived there once upon a time. He's from Stockton. Anyway, so he's a Sureño. And then his brother is, of course, you know, from A-Town, from Atwater. So they lived in Winton, and I used to be over there all the time because that was my abuelita's house. And said, I don't give a fuck. I'm going over there flamed up and say you can, right? So I'm over there posted like a thumbtack, doing my thing. And there's a gang of their homies that would come in and out. Now, everybody knew me. I wasn't new to this. I was true to this, right? I've always been there. I wasn't going to fucking conform to nothing. I was going to be a bald-headed ass Norteño Holmes with the red shirt on and a red belt. And so be it. If I got jumped, I got jumped. So these vatos wouldn't trip, even though they'd be in and out of the house. Well, what happened was I was going to walk to the store, me and my primo. And he's a Southsider, and I'm a Northerner. He was like, hey, homie, let me get at you, eh? Sasuke, you want a Slurpee? I said, hell yeah, I want a Slurpee. That's just bomb. He's like, they got free Slurpees today, where we could fill up everything we want. Is that right? Yeah, hell yeah. If we got to take out that red shirt, though, homie, because I was got a reputation I'll post again the way they did. At night, if they hit you, tell them you're from Culver City, right? And we can get away with that one. I said, now fuck that, Holmes. Let's go the way we are. Bang, bang, right? So we took off walking. Pinta bound. If we see the, you know what I mean? If we see the Surenos in the town, you better duck down because they're coming. So there's a hood out there called Winton Barrio Parque. We never got along with those fools. My hood, man, it was always gangbanging 101. It was always, we didn't see them much. But if we did, Holmes, we was going to get off who we were mad at and vice versa. They were down. They held control of that parque. The park was located right there, and then there's just nothing but fucking field. Now there's a whole bunch of new houses. But back in the days, it was a park and field. But they held it down in that park, right? You didn't go in that motherfucker. There was nowhere to run. So we're mobbing, right? We're walking, and my cousin's nervous. And he's a Sureno, so he ain't really tripping, but he's nervous for me. Because he's going to get... he's going to feel the recourse for my reverberation. He's going to get knocked out by the fucking contact smoke, right? And believe me, they're coming. So we're walking, and I just see a car cruise by, a 63 Impala. And I know it's a vato named Max Flores, right, from A-Town. Yeah, I said it. Fill it up with unleaded. It's this vato named Max Flores cruising. He had a teal green 63. He used to have a Mexican flag on it. He was doing all that Sureno shit, right? He was... Ain't nothing like them summer night. I just kicked that at home, homie, polish up. So he's cruising, and he got a gang of his homies with him. And my cousin's like, hey, because Max was cool. Max was like familia. He'd always been at my abuelita's house, right? So Max stops, and he starts to hit the reverse, right? And he tells me, hey, he's like, hey, go to grandma's, right? What's up, fool? Go to grandma's, right? We ain't hearing them though, right? So let's get with free Slurpees. We're yelling, free Slurpees. He's like, grandma's. Anyways, he peels off. He should have just came and picked us up. But it's like, I don't think Nortenos were allowed in his car at that point. But anyway, so he jams and we're mobbing. I mean, I'm like, dang, it's Max. Don't touch me. And as we're walking, a SUV, a Suburban Benzabla. It wasn't even a nice one either. It was like a fucking Tahoe, just wangala, just, and you heard, they were bumping los bookies, right? Vatos hit the corner. This is Winton Barrio Parque, ese. They jumped out. My cousin backed up. He was like, hey, Stockton, Sur. I was like, Merced, Norte. And it was like, right? Max bent the block. Hell, the Surenos jumped to A-Town. This shit was happening. Upstate versus upstate. Yeah, I said it. And one Norteno, a partridge, and a pear tree. Right? That was back in my play. The assistance of a Sureno to a Norteño. Them authors from Winton Barrio Parque, they jumped in their shit as quick as they jumped out. Like, fuck that. Max was big back in the days. He was a hitter, Holmes. Anyone from A-Town would tell you, man, I don't even know if Max is still wiggling. I heard he's in, I know Sal passed, his brother Sal, but I heard Max is in Mexico. But whatever the case may be, if you see this Max, you will remember Johnny Vidari's fucking primo was hand. Sniper. So anyways, he remembers. So fuck, we got a They jump in, they wiggle out, man. I was like, man, I fucking appreciate you guys, man. Max said, only because you're fucking my homeboy's primo, right? And that was it. Them fools wiggled off. I was like, damn, Sureno saved the day again. I was always getting saved in A-Town and Winton. I ain't gonna lie, man. Because I was a baboso. I was stupid enough to walk around wearing all red. I don't give a fuck. This is Northern Cali, homie. Right? I was doing my thing. And they backed my play. Facts. So anyways, that was another time that I got assistance from the Southerners. Let me explain something to you, gente. For those of you that are discombobulated and confused right now. Okay? The Sureños and the Norteños do not work hand in hand. They are not best friends. They're not homeboys. There's a lot of sangre that's been spilt over the years. There's a lot of blood that cries out of lost soldiers, all the way from the big to the small. There's a lot that has went on, but there's also a lot more to explore. There's a lot more options out there, Holmes. There's a lot of different changes of views. People are changing their view on the aspects of North and South, Why not assist your fellow raza? Why not assist your fellow Chicano? That's what it's all about, Holmes. In order to prosper as a man and to really carry yourself with dignity and class and professionalism and all the great things that are instilled within us when we're educated, right? You have to show compassion for the other side. You have to show compassion for thy enemy. You have to fucking not fear your enemy, but respect them. And the best way to respect them is to assist them in any way that you possibly can. If I go to the oil, now I'm not active anymore. I don't give a fuck. You could be whoever you are and be what you want to be. As long as you're not a weirdo, we're good, right? But if I was active as fuck, let me take for instance, let me reminisce. Can I reminisce? Can I remember? I mean, there's dudes on YouTube that say they're active, so why can't I be for fucking 5 minutes, right? Anyway, so I'm fucking functioning, and I go to the oil, and there's a Southsider right there, and he's doing dirt bad, homes. He has no soap, not a soap in sight, and the Vato's over there trying to eat toothpaste, baking powders, shit that kills your enamel. Says, I'm sliding him sopas. I'm not going to let my brown brethren go without, homes. Now, understand this. If the door's open, you and me, we got to do what we got to do, because that's the foundations that's been, the founding fathers set that before us. We can't run shit. We don't run shit. We're just here. We're pawns to this chessboard. But that Vato's not going to go hungry. If I got it, he's got it. One thing about the shoe program, and this has been told to me by many, and I'm going to say here, if someone don't got nothing, and it doesn't matter if it's north, south, organizations, if someone on that tira doesn't go to store, everybody is assisting him. Everybody's going to drop off something in front of his door. He's going to get a sack. Everyone's going to eat, homes. That's the way it is. There's a lot more to gangbanging than people think. Everyone thinks it's about red and blue and fucking disrespecting and crossing each other out with spray paint and kicking over candles and doing all that. Fuck no, homes. It's about respect, earning respect the right way by handling your business as a man and carrying yourself with a lot of fucking pride. And it's about fucking respecting your enemy, homes, because you want a worthy adversary. Someone got at me in my DMs earlier. The wind blew. A message. Gunner, I heard what you said. Sometimes I think you say things just to say them. There's nothing in the 48 laws of power or this, and that says help thy enemy. I said, I didn't let this chip out. Do you want to fight an enemy at its weakest point? Yeah. You know, I mean, if you're playing strategically, yeah, of course. Strike them while it's hot. Strike them while they're down. But that's a coward way of doing things. And when you're functioning at an elite level like a Norteno, a Surenos, and up to the upper class, we didn't function with the mindset of prey on the weak, comes. We didn't function with the mindset of get off on the fucking, on that. We function with the mindset of we want to see you at your best so that when we enjoy victory, it's truly true victory. You want to fight a warrior at his best. Feed thy enemy. Clothe thy enemy. When he's back and ready, now let's get it. So you can truly see if you're that one. Just like a boxer, you want to test yourself. Test your capabilities. Don't take the setup fights. Sasuke, it looks good on paper, but that belt don't mean shit. If you really want to see where you're at, then test your abilities. And that's where you prove to be the man that you are. The assistance of the Surenos to the Nortenos and vice versa is real. For those of you that have never been nowhere, never done that, then you'll never know. And that's a good thing. Maybe you don't have to go through that. Maybe that's not for you. And that's cool. But anyone who's got some misconception or a preconceived notion that, it's all hatred and they don't like each other and fuck this and fuck that. It's like, fuck this, fuck that, and fuck this. And come on, homes, you listen to the wrong sign. This is the remix. That's it. I'm telling you right now, man, there's a lot more canalismo in there amongst the different sides than you think. With that being said, real gang, knowledge you can't get in college. Oh, yeah, the gun did it again. See that? Look at that. You know, she's fucking with the player. With the player. Yes, she knows the deal. I know the deal, baby. Right? Bam. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heaven's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and strive for what I truly believe in. And if you want the real game, man, and really how it is, without this sugarcoating and added preservatives bullshit, I'm going to tell you, there's things I'll speak on and things I won't. That's because I'm smart. You know what it is. The gun. Bang, bang.